So it's time to dive right into this guess the number game. So first we're going to start with importing the random module. And now we're going to initialize a variable called secret number. And we're going to call the random integer function from the random module. And we're going to choose a range between 0 and 21. Okay, so now we're going to start printing our strings that we want the end user to see. So we're going to start off with hi, what is your name? Then we're gonna initialize a variable, a string for the name. So we're initializing the input for the string with the input function. So our end user is going to input their name, which is going to be a string data type, because the input function only takes in strings. Well, it doesn't only take in strings, but it only outputs strings. So we're going to continue this conversation. So we could say, okay, and do some string concatenation. Okay, name. Do a space there. Would you like to play a game? I am thinking of a number between 0 and 20. Can you guess what it is? Okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's see, let's go over a little. Okay, so can you guess what it is? Okay, I'm thinking of a number between all right. So now what we want to do is we want to start a for loop. So this is going to be our iteration variable, and our iterable is going to be range, and we're going to do 0 through 6. So this is going to give us 6 guesses, this range from 0 to 6. And remember, everything between 0 and 5 is inclusive and 6 is exclusive. And because Python also begins its indexes with 0 by doing 0 to, which this isn't technically the same thing, but I like to think of it the same way when I'm doing indexing and ranges. which is, to start from 0, and the last number is exclusive. So that's all. All right, so for for guess taken, well, I need to change this in, and actually say ranged, not Ragni. In range, there we go. All right, so now we're going to say print take a guess, and now we're going to initialize another variable, guess equals, and we're going to say int, and then we're going to call the input function. So we're going to call a function within a function. Because remember, anything that we pass in to the input function is going to be a string value, and we want to convert that into an integer value, which is going to be the actual number that's going to be inputted, which we're actually going to input into the program. So, okay. So here comes the fun part. So if guess is less than or equal to secret number. Oh yeah, and I forgot to explain exactly what the random.int function does. The random.randint function. What that does is it populates a random number every time this line of code is executed. So of course we only want to execute this line of code one time every time someone is playing the game. So for instance, it's going to populate a number between 0 and 21. So let's say that number is 8. So we want that number to remain 8 for the duration of the game. And once the game is over, if you want to play again, it will populate a new random integer. So this variable secret number is where this random integer, which is being populated by this function, which is called from the random module, is stored. Okay, so let's complete this. So if guess is less than or equal to secret number, then print guess is too low, try again. Okay, so for the next conditional statement, we are going to use an else if statement. Else if guess is, let's see, else if, okay, so I put is right here, that's not necessary. All right, so guess is greater than or equal to secret number. Print, what do we want to print? Take a guess what we're going to print. Guess to high, try again. Okay, so what else could happen? Someone could actually guess a number which is out of range. So we're going to do elif guess less than or equal to, well, less than or equal to 0. So if someone guesses a negative number, a negative integer, or 0, we're going to print out of bounds. Okay. Oh, and try again. Okay. So next, we're going to say else, and we're going to break the loop. So remember, if all of these are true, that means that you guessed wrong. So if you guess wrong, what's going to happen is this for loop is just going to go to the next iteration in the for loop. So it's going to go from iteration 0 to iteration 1, all the way up to iteration 5, because remember, the 6 is exclusive, so there actually isn't going to be an iteration 6. But there are still going to be 6 iterations. And I'm going to comment that in. Comment. So 6 iterations. Okay. So now this only gets executed if someone guessed correctly. So if they actually guess correctly, so if guess is equal to secret number, print congratulations. Well, we want to take that extra A out. Congratulations. You guessed the right number, and it only took you space. Then we're going to do a little string concatenation, and we're going to grab that iteration variable, guess taken, and it only took you guess taken plus string guesses. Let's remember to put a space right here so that we actually have good grammar. And it only took you this number of guesses to guess. Oh, I'll just say to win. To win. Period. Okay. Now, we're still not done yet. We have to do an else. Now, this else, well, let me finish this first. You lose. And then we're going to say play again. Okay, so if this is incorrect, if this is incorrect, if this is not true, this else statement is executed. So basically, if this isn't executed, meaning if this for loop reaches iteration 5, which is the last of the iterations, and all of these are true, all of these conditional statements are true, meaning that you did not guess correctly, then this else statement is skipped over and the for loop is not broken. And because this else statement is skipped over and Python executes down from top to bottom, this if statement here is false. And if this if statement is false, that means that this else statement is true. And if this else statement is true, then what's written in the body, in this body block, will be executed. So next, we're actually going to run this code. And when I use inputs, I'm a little weird. I like to actually restart and run all in the kernel tab at the top in the menu. Okay, so now let's pass in our string, our name as a, let's pass in our name as a string. So my name is Tanner. Okay, everything's going good. Now I'll just have to take my guess. I'll say 7. Whoa, our code broke. So what did we do wrong? Secret number is not defined. I put sectech, it should be secret. So of course, I make mistakes like this all the time. Little syntax errors where I might forget to spell something right or misspell something. If you do it, it's not a big deal. Just look at the exception and fix your code. So where did I write that? Here we go. Secret. Okay, so we are going to go back up to kernel and we're going to try this again. Restart and run all. Okay. All right. So again, Tanner. Okay, let's say 10 this time. That's pretty conservative. Okay, here we go. Guess it's too low. Okay, so let's try 15 because we only have 5 more chances. Too low. Oh my God. Okay, let's try 20. Guess is too low. Why would 20 be too low? 21. Too hot. That's pretty weird. Where did we go wrong? Guess is too low. Try again. Take a guess. So let's go back up here, because if it's telling us that 20 is too low, we missed something in our if else statement. So let's go over this again. If guess is less than or equal to secret number, print guess is too low. Okay. If guess is greater than or equal to secret number, okay. This is less than secret. Okay, so this is where we messed up. It should be less than, not less than or equal. And it should be greater than, not greater than or equal. Because that just screwed up our program. And again, if you make these mistakes, it's totally fine. You just need to know where to go in your code and actually correct your code and know why those mistakes happened. And as you can see, I figured it out really quickly. It was with our comparison operators. So let's go back up and run it one more time, and we should have it right this time. So again, restart and run all. Again, I do that when I'm dealing with multiple inputs. I feel like it's just better for a Jupyter Notebook. So Tanner, okay, take a guess. We're gonna do 10 again because we're winners. All right, guess too low. So 15. Guess too low again. Okay. Let's try 17. Wow. Okay, 18. 18. 18 is it. I'm betting on 18. Guess too low. Okay, 19. It has to be 19 or 20. Too low. Okay. So then it's 20. Guess too low. Guess it's too low. Try again. Guess it's too low. Try again. You lose. This is really interesting. Let's look at our code. Why is it telling us that that is too low? What is our range? Okay, we did secret number equals random dot rand int 0 to 21. Remember, the 0 is inclusive and the 21 is exclusive. So let's do this. Let's hit Shift Tab to look at the actual documentation. It says return random integer in range AB, including both. Oh, okay. So this is where I went wrong. I'm so used to dealing with ranges where the first integer is inclusive and the second is exclusive. So if 20 was too low, then the random number generated must have been 21 on that go round. So I'm going to change this to 0 and 20. For some reason, I was expecting this to function similar to this. So like if we come here and we hit Shift Tab to look at the documentation, let's expand this. So let's see what it says. Return an object that produces a sequence of integers from start inclusive, as I stated before, to stop exclusive. So I actually mixed those two up, and that's totally fine. Again, if you make the same mistake, you can just click within your function and just hit Shift Tab and pull up the documentation. And that goes for even if you don't understand how a function actually functions. So we are going to run this one more time. This is our last time, I promise. I don't promise. No. This is fun. Okay, restart and run. All right. Tanner. All right, we're going to start with 10 one more time. Bam. Number is too low. Okay, 15. Oh, that was 16. 15. Number is still too low. Whoa. What happened? Can only concatenate string, not integer. Where did I? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I don't think that let's see. Where did we go wrong? Congratulations. Okay, it was on this line. I did not convert the iteration variable, which is an integer data type, into a string for the string concatenation. I don't know why I overlooked that. I'm happy that these issues are occurring now because you're learning as we're actually modifying and fixing our code. So we're going to run it again. See, I told you I didn't want to promise that last time. Okay, so restart and run all. And again, when you have errors and exceptions in your code, you really want to know why they're happening. And once you figure out why they're happening, know exactly how to fix them. Okay. So now this is just Python being weird. Hold on. So we're going to try to run that again. Restart and run all. We might have to wait a little bit. Yeah, see, we have to wait a little bit for that to populate, which is another reason why whenever I use inputs in my code, I like to do the restart and run all. Okay, take a guess. We're gonna go 10 again. I know you're like, again? All right, so guess too high. All right, too high. 5, still too high. Okay, 3. Congratulations, you guessed the right number, and it only took you 2 guesses to win. And that, my friend, is how you create a guess the number game in Python. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually provide a link on my website, tannersuccess.com, where you can actually download this code and try running it yourself. And if you think that you can figure it out on your own, then be my guest, try it on your own and see how it goes. And leave a comment below this video and tell me how it goes. And if you have any other special requests for Python, then just leave a comment below and I'll make a video on it. I'm Tanner. This was a great video, and see you later.